Alright everybody, so I decided I wanted to do a setup video just to show everything that I've changed since I first got my HP Omen 30L. Now as you can see, I have a brand new case because when I went to install this AIO cooler, this Corsair H60, I actually wound up having the motherboard fail on me. So I wound up having to buy a new motherboard, which is this Asus TUF X570 plus Wi-Fi. So I wound up buying a new case, a new motherboard. Then I wound up getting a new power supply, which is down there. So I have AIO, new motherboard, new power supply, and then I bought another RAM stick, which is a 16 gig stick. So I have a total of 24 gigs of RAM now. I think y'all might have seen this keyboard in my other videos. Maybe not, trying to showcase all the little cool effects it can do. But so I have the monitor. I made a video over this monitor. This is like my one that I use for when I want to actually just stand up, because sometimes if I'm sitting down for too long, eventually my back will start to hurt a little bit, and it's good to just switch between. If you know you're going to be at the desk for multiple hours, sit for an hour, stand for 30 minutes or whatever, because you got to stand for a certain amount of time on a daily basis. But that's pretty much it. I just ordered this big mouse pad recently, and it's a huge improvement from using like a small mouse pad and running out of space in FPS games. And I was using this, which is like a hard mouse pad with two different sides, and I still actually use this if I'm standing up doing some type of work on this bigger screen, like going through a web page or doing anything where I just like have to drag and drop things. I can even put my keyboard up here. If you were wondering, the case is perfectly fine supporting the weight of this particular monitor because it's not very heavy. There's no types of dips or anything, and it's not blocking the top case fan. So I've actually noticed that I'm actually getting better temperatures for my computer with it on the table as opposed to under the table, as well as less dust collection. I guess just because dust kind of all settles down to the ground because it's so light and just gets blown around easily. But anyways, I just wanted to keep this short and sweet. If you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to drop any questions or any comments. I've been trying to get better with my cable management and everything, and I can definitely say it's at least like a 50 or 60% improvement over what it used to be. But I still have some ways to go. I would like to get some type of maybe like tape or something that matches the color of the wall, where I could tape some cords to the baseboard and just neaten everything up a little bit. But for the most part, I'm happy with the setup where it currently is. Hopefully maybe later on this year or next year I can get my hands on like a 3060 or a 3070 or something like that to upgrade the graphics cards. But I'm not really in a rush with that because we're really waiting on new games that really utilize the new technologies. So this 1660 Super is perfectly fine for now. Up until games start really pushing the graphical quality as well as having higher frame rates and stuff, I'm not really worried about that. As well as the fact that I play mostly online competitive games and stuff like that, so it's like a higher frame rate past 144 isn't really going to make a difference because it's not like I'm playing on LAN. It's like we have to deal with bullshit servers and stuff anyways on Warzone. So I mean, most of the time that you die, it's going to be based off you either doing bad or based off lag or something like that. It's not going to matter if you have, you know, 40 frames faster GPU. That's not going to win your games for you. Of course, frames can help and stuff, and I noticed a big difference going from PS4 to a PC. But I mean, that's like doubling the frames. You're not gonna really get a graphics card that's gonna double your frames unless you haven't upgraded in a really long time. But anyways, wish I could have made this maybe more visually appealing in some type of way, but there's not really that much to show here. I just wanted to talk about it and then, showcase what I do have right here. But I mean, I'm proud of it, from coming from no PC last July to getting a PC and then learning more about it and just building over time. That's what it's all about in my opinion. So everybody have a good one. Appreciate y'all. Take it easy.